Yo, welcome back to the Further Your Lifestyle podcast, conversations on lifestyle, passions, and hustles. My name's Chris, I am your host, and I'm super excited to be back here having the conversation with you. Episode 234 today, and we're talking about a topic which has actually come from some great inspiration. There's a song that I've been listening to called The Pain of Discipline from Yoshi 2.0. He's been all over the internet, over the TikToks, over the Reels, all those great places, and it's kind of hit me really hard because there's a reality check there that I think a lot of us need to really pay attention to. And this will be a quick episode because it's just straight to the point. We're going to get straight into it in terms of, getting into that gritty detail that I think we all need to hear, because basically it's coming down to there's a question that you need to be asking yourself. And that question is simply, which pain are you choosing right now? And there's only two options, right? And you are choosing. Even if you think you're not, you are choosing. And this is what they are. I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna roll the intro. There are two options. The pain of discipline or the pain of progress versus the pain of regret or the pain of regress. Both of these hurt, but only one of them gives you something of a better result. I want you to answer the question. We're going to roll the intro and we're going to get into the episode. Let's do it. So before we get into it, let's just quickly remind everyone, if you do enjoy these episodes, that I would appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and if you enjoy this conversation, then you can continue the conversation down in the comments. But most of all, if you think someone else needs to hear this, get a good little kick up the butt or reminder of how they can be furthering their lifestyle, then please send it to them. That would mean the absolute world to me. So, which pain are you choosing right now? Now, I've been listening to this song. It's been great. There's been a lot of things going on in my personal life, and there's been some really good perspectives that I've pulled from this song, from the lyrics. Now, if you haven't listened to the song, I would encourage you to go listen to it, go have a banter with it, and see how it hits. It's a little different. It might not be your jam, but the lyrics are powerful. And as I said, there's two options. It's the pain of discipline or the pain of progress, or the pain of regret or the pain of regress. Now, you see, and we've spoken about this before, it's very easy to chase comfort, because it is easy, right? It gets us comfortable. We skip the gym, we delay the tasks, we ignore the hard conversations, and yet we justify it. I'll do it later. I'm tired. It's not that urgent. But here's the kicker. The cost of that comfort is actually never free. It is costing you dearly. It's compounding quietly. Compounding like a disease. And it gets easier and easier to compound, and it gets harder and harder to actually get back to the things that you've been laying off for so long. Until one day you'll wake up and you'll be surrounded by the things that you've never ever finished. And yeah, you'll be regretting about a version of yourself that you never became. And look, maybe you won't, right? But you've got to be willing to take on that sacrifice. You've got to be willing to take on that consequence. And when I listen to this talking about, do I want the pain of discipline and the pain of progress versus the pain of regret or the pain of regress, I would choose progress any day of the week. And the song goes on further to say, all alone, it's just me versus myself. And that's the truth. Look, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of backseat drivers that try to tell you how to live your life, run your business, do what you got to do, give you all the relationship advice. There's so many people telling you what you should be doing. And here I am telling you what you should be doing. But I'm not telling you what you should do. You can choose. You can do what you like. But, it's very easy for people to get involved in other people's problems when really they need to deal with their own. And that's the truth. That's the harsh reality of it. And at the end of the day, those people are irrelevant. Because the only person that you should be trying to prove wrong is yourself, meaning that you're capable than the person you are today. More capable than the person you are today. Tomorrow you can be a better version of yourself. And it's just yourself versus yourself. You can blame distractions, you can blame your job, you can blame the algorithm, you can blame the weather, you can blame whatever. But you are the one that's stopping you getting you to where you want to be. Because if you don't take action, if you don't do the necessary, then nothing is going to change. And I know this can feel confronting, but the reality is, it's also liberating, because when you think about that, you have the ability, you have the power, you have the things in your hands, your control to be able to make the change. That's on you if you don't do it, right? And I know it's not that easy of like, oh, well, like, I can't do this, or someone won't let me do that. Well, it's like you figure it out, you pivot, you adjust, you get flexible, you go a different way, you find a different route, right? Don't give up so easy. You are the one that can step forward, right? So step forward. So a few little truths that I think will sit with you quite deeply. Discipline hurts now, but regret hurts forever. Now, I'll choose progress and discipline any day of the week. That's why I document my journey, why I've been filming my business, because I'm building something for the long term. And it takes discipline, and it takes a whole lot of hurt in the progress. People will mock me, people will laugh at me, can't even understand what I'm doing. And that's okay. It's not your dream. It's not your goals. It's not your ambitions. How can you have the same discipline? How can you have the same conviction of progress to me if it's not your dream? And that's okay, because you're focused on what you want to do. That same reason why I'll probably think you're silly when I see you doing what you're doing for what you want. All right? It makes sense. Now, progress isn't loud. It happens quietly. Now, of course, if you're sharing your journey, people can see it. But there's a whole bunch of things that happen behind the scenes that people don't see. The challenges, the stress, the frustrations, the ongoing discipline of just showing up, putting in the reps, the blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of people don't see that, right? And success doesn't wait for motivation. It only shows up with consistency. You can wait around for the right motivation, or you can just do it anyway. That's it, right? You either do it or you don't. So, I think, look, I mean, there's nothing else really I can say. This is really short and sharp. I do encourage you to go listen to the song or go read the lyrics, because it will remind you of like, it's not going to remind you. It's going to really challenge you to think is like, okay, what do I want? Do I want to be living with regret, or do I rather suffer the pain of discipline and progress to get the things that I want? And I've always said this, short-term pain for long-term gain. That's my motto. That's what I've gone off that for a very long time. I've shared that a few times. I mean, it's not my motto. I didn't coin it. But what I'm saying is I've spoken about it a few times, and I'm happy to live that way. So I'll leave you with this. When you just want to stay in bed, close your eyes and ask yourself this. What kind of pain am I choosing today? Right? Because it's the pain, the different types of pain is what builds your life. And one will build the life you want, or the other one will bury the life you want. You decide. Right? So it's either the pain of discipline, the pain of progress, or it's the pain of regret and the pain of regress. I'll leave it there, folks. Let me know what your thoughts are. What would you choose? How are you living your life? I mean, look, at the end of the day, it is up to you. I'm not here to say you should do this or you should do that. But I am here to encourage you, because for me, choosing the one that feels tougher, the one that feels harder, has actually worked out to be the better result, because I'm living the best life or the best version of myself simply because of those decisions. Not saying it's easy, but it's easier in terms of a whole holistic approach. So that would be my challenge to you. Appreciate being here. We're going to be back here again next week. If you did want to continue the conversation and, chat about this or give your thoughts, jump down into the comments below. If you're just listening on the audio version, there is a link in the show notes. You can jump over to the video and get in touch there. Appreciate you all. Share it with someone. I'll see you next time. Ciao.